Hello everyone, it's Leilani and today we're going to do another flip through. So this is actually my Me album, my first volume, and I got this idea from Retro Hip Mama. So she has a lot of videos on her personal albums that are really fun to watch and go through. So that's what gave me the inspiration for this. But yeah, so this is a Studio Calico 6x8 album, and mostly, I mean, it's just filled with selfies. It's filled with just anything that I really wanted to talk about myself, about what I was up to. Um, and a lot of it, I believe that this mostly started last summer and went maybe until early this year, but I don't really have a huge timeline on it. Just kind of whenever I felt like throwing something in here, I would. So here we go. So here's just like an outfit photo that I got my hubby to take of me, and then I just stamped straight on the picture. I love doing like full 6x8 photos, all about me. And then sometimes I would try like new things. So I wrote around this picture, which I thought was kind of fun. These are those, you get one of these cards like in every Citrus Twist kit. So just included that with the Instack, and I just have fun. I believe this was a 6x8 page protector that was kind of split in half, and I just cut it and did some journaling on a piece of vellum, so I just kind of left it see through there. Here, just random cards. I love doing like currently list of things that I was into at the time, like this was last summer. So I was into LaCroix, I was into planning our wedding, Crime Junkie podcast, crafting. Here's where Stranger Things came out last 4th of July. My Stranger Things shirt, and I kept the tag, which had the logo on it, and just about how we binged that all weekend. Then here was just a fun selfie that I took one day, and I did another currently list. There's a lot of currently lists in here. So here, this is funny because this was probably like definitely maybe last fall or something, and it says planning planning my future YouTube world. And yeah, that was like a year ago. So I'm finally doing it. But of course, iced coffee, Mr. Kate on YouTube for home inspo, listening to books on Audible, stuff like that. Picture of my coffee, of course. Sometimes I would do pages outside of the page protector, so just kind of random photos, and did kind of a grid type thing. And then did a little collage, little cluster there. These are the little 2x2 squares, so I did some pictures of my craft room, and although it does look similar, it is different than this now. So that's my crafty space. And then on the other side, I just cut up a photo and threw it in. I like to do these 6x8 albums and add little things like, here's a little shaker, adding the tag. Here was a picture I printed off on vellum, so I thought that was kind of fun. This is just an art print that I included, and I put some pattern paper on the back, and that was one of our little wedding photos. More just like random it's just a good place for like those random selfies and things like that. This was the day I got my septum pierced, so I was so proud of myself. Little sticker, another one of those citrus twists, and I just wrote on the back things I was into. Here's just a 3x4 picture adhered to a card. Here is a acetate piece and with a Instax on it. This was for my birthday last year. More writing on the photos. Birthday stuff. So sometimes, like in this one, a lot of these pictures, I mean, are only in this album and not in Project Life, but a lot are in Project Life, but it doesn't really bother me that they do repeat some. I feel like this is a totally different type of an album. These cards are from In a Creative Bubble, I believe. They have a couple Harry Potter collections, and I dressed up like Luna Lovegood last year for work. And then sometimes I thought these were fun. These are the little like Life Crafted from Citrus Twist page protectors, and so I did just a playlist of like songs that I was currently listening to a lot on Spotify. Just a little cuteness on the back. This was my 33 before turning 34, which I turned 34 this year, list. So, COVID happened and a lot of these things did not happen. We definitely didn't go to Paris, but, there's always next year or the next year. More randomness here. Some of these are from The Reset Girl. I love those kind of retro vibes. Here's, these were Becky Higgins, and they were like little Instax page protectors, which are pretty cute. And this was from our small wedding last year. And this is my friend Shelby, who was, got ordained for us, which was really super cool. More about my love of iced coffee. Funny little memes and things. This is an interesting page protector with the 4x6 and all the 2x2s, so I tried to make it work. I love this angel energy stamp, and these are all of my besties, and I just kind of wrote a couple little things that I think about them, so that was fun. 5 facts about me. Sometimes in here I would just try to like throw different things together like that, and just kind of think of little fun layouts to do. I was really getting into Funko Pops. We exchanged them at work a lot, and so I was getting really into them. And I found this online where you could like Funko yourself. So there's me and Penny, me with no tattoos. And just a little fun over there. And then this is similar to the playlist, but it was like TV shows that I was into or, long-term favorites at the bottom. And then this is just a little 6x6 insert. It's all outside of the page protector, and I use the Pink Fresh like office hours or office days or whatever collection, which I loved. And I took these little pictures of my desk at work, and then on the back I did a little bit of journaling just about how, even though I'm in that cube every day, I am thankful for my job and my coworkers and all that good stuff. Here was where we flipped over to this year, so 2020, and just kind of like some positive ideas for 2020 to kind of keep in my mind. And then this was a picture of me that my hubby took, and I just did, sometimes I'll just ask myself questions like what I'm hoping for, what I'm loving, what I could use more of. So at this point I was loving The Circle. I was obsessed with that show. Iced coffee, of course. My septum ring, home time, going to the movies, a clean house, planning future trips, crafty projects, and vegan fruit snacks. So there you go. That was a picture from our honeymoon the year before when we went to Disneyland for one of the days. So I just printed that off as a 6x8. Over here, I believe these are feature craft cards, and this was just all about the new year and all of that. And these are some Kelly Perkies. Just more about, the new year and things I wanted to do. And this is a little small one that I chopped down just about how I got a reusable coffee cup for my Starbucks. So, it can be little tiny things. I just wanted to document that because I'd really been wanting one for a while. And then on the back, I just kind of filled it up with filler cards, This is a little card that I had, and I just put some donuts that we got on the back. More just random selfies that I have. I just feel like this is a good selfie dump or, album for things like that. Maybe things that don't really make it into Project Life. I love this card. You are not too old and it's not too late. I believe those are The Reset Girl. More, that's definitely Kelly Perky and another Currently card. So I love that. I just think that's really fun because it'll put you back. Like I remember whenever I was binging 90 Day Fiance all the time, and now I don't ever watch that show. So this, I believe, came from like some clothes or something that I bought. So I just included it and decorated the back. This was a Funko that I have at work, 11. So that was the day that I got that. And this was a picture of me and my mom when we were out together. And that one didn't make Project Life, so I put it in here. And then I did the Harmony retreat for the Reset Girl, so I included some of the pieces from that. More journaling about my mom. This was when my doggie had the cone, so I had a few extra pictures that I just kind of like stuck in here. And then this was whenever me and Will tattooed each other, me and my hubby, and I documented that. So some of the stories overlap from Project Life to here, but it's a little bit of a different story. more selfies, lunch break selfies and whatnot. Here's my Veruca Salt Funko Pop in my craft room. And my beautiful Valentine roses from my hubby. And here's where kind of COVID was hitting. So this quote says, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you're responding to what's happening. That's where the power is. And my mom was having her back issues and stuff during this time, so I really liked that quote. A couple pictures of me. And here's kind of like the COVID addition to my currently. A few other things. This was really a beautiful piece of writing about COVID, and as was this, so I wanted to remember those. And this was whenever I bought my mom some roses because she was having some back issues, and I wanted to print it off, large, so I really like that picture. And then I like to put these little white alphas so you can't see them too much, but it says you are my favorite always. Then here, this was our 1-year vegan anniversary, so I wanted to document that. I printed this off on vellum. And this is just a quote that I love, a vegan quote. Me and my mom again. And my favorite singer ever, Jenny Lewis, she was going live a lot during the first part of quarantine, and I had a lot of fun watching her make all of these videos out of her house and everything, and I just screenshot her beautiful face like 3,000 times. So I documented that. This was whenever I was making the banana bread, and I included the recipe here. And then I just ended it with one of our little drives during quarantine when we were getting out of the house. So anyway, I just think that these albums are really fun because you can kind of tell additional stories from Project Life, which I like. And I like that there's not a beginning or an end, and you can just kind of fill it up. And there's no, I could take months breaks in between this, and it doesn't matter, just whenever I feel the urge to add something in here, it's fun. Or a lot of times I'm honestly caught up on Project Life, so it's fun to have another little project that I can come run to and do some pages when I'm feeling creative. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this album, and I'll be sure to let you know whenever I start my second edition. Thanks. Bye, y'all.